Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Montgomery Speedway as we get set for today's Piston Cup action here on RSN, the Racing Sports Network. As you can see, the barriers and the inside have changed since the last time Montgomery Speedway hosted a race, which was the 6-lap shootout. Instead of having the open and closing walls, there's a gap so that way the pace car could dive into. So that ought to be, so that's pretty neat. 16 cars on hand here today for this 10-lap race to see who is the best racer. Now here's some of the racers to keep an eye on. First up is everybody's favorite race car, number 95, Lightning McQueen. Despite McQueen being a veteran, he starts on the front row alongside Jack and Storm. A lot of people have had doubts on McQueen ever since in his crash in Los Angeles, but you can't count him out just yet, because he might have a shot at winning this. You never know, because this is racing. But like I said earlier, the pole sitter is Jack and Storm. He's been fast during practice and qualifying. He's actually kind of confident heading into this race, so much that he even thinks McQueen doesn't even have a chance. But don't count McQueen just yet, because he might have something up his sleeve if he wants to win this. You never know. We might have to see what happens throughout the day. Next up, there's Cruz Ramirez of the Dynaco team. Ever since taking over McQueen's racing duties in the Florida 500, Cruz has gained a lot of attention recently. And so much so that she's racing number of the fabulous Hudson Hornet, number 51, and is being sponsored by Dynaco, one of the best sponsors on the circuit. Sorry about that. And now, without further ado, here is the starting grid. Row 1, we have Lightning McQueen, and alongside him on the pole is Jack and Storm. Row 2, we have Cruz Ramirez, and alongside her is Danny Suarez. Row 3, we got Ryan inside Laney and Herb Kerbler. Row 4, we got Michael Roeder and Sheldon Shifter of the Sputter Stop team. Row 5, we got Parker Breakston and Tim Treadless. Row 6, we have Ralph Carlo and Chip Gearings. Row 7, we have Ponchi Wipeout and Rex Revler of Gaskets. And rounding out the field in Row 8 is Jimmy Cables and Jack the Post. Here's some of the keys to the race. 10 laps, 16 cars. The front stretch and turns 1 and 2 are going to be a huge advantage since they're a lot more wider than the back stretch in turns 3 and 4. Some of the cars have failed to qualify to include Dirksen D'Agostino, Dutch Springs, Chase Racelet, and Harvey Rodcap. Here we go. Charlie Checker dives in and we're racing. Jack and Storm has the lead, but can he hold it on to win? Some of these racers are having a hard time trying to get by. Oh, we got trouble already. Herb Kerbler and Chip Gearings and Parker Breakston all get into each other, and Nakashi comes out for the first time. So let's take a look at a replay and let's see. And yep, Kerbler just had nowhere to go. One thing I'd like to know is Rex Revler. He had stopped before this happened, so my best guess he was trying to avoid it. And that's pretty smart of him to avoid a wreck. And everybody's okay, so they'll be able to continue. And we're gonna restart here on lap number 5, and we're back underway. Oh, Ramirez gives McQueen a push, so he takes the lead now. Can he hold it on to win? 3 laps to go. And here we go. Oh my. Another crash as the caution comes out again. A ton of cars involved. Here's the replay of what happened. And yep, Kerbler just had nowhere to go. He collects Suarez, and then a bunch of cars get involved. Watch Chip Gearings. He just flips over on his lid. Unfortunately, several racers are out, including Danny Suarez. Tough luck for him. Herb Kerbler is also out. Twice now he's caused 2 wrecks, and he's already out of it. So is Parker Breakston. Unfortunate for him. Some cars are able to continue, include Rex Revler, Ryan Laney, and Ponchi Wipeout. Since they didn't get that much damage, Sheldon Shifter's unfortunately out. So is Jimmy Cables. And the car to flip over, Chip Gearings, is also out of the race. And one thing I'd like to note, the car that flipped him over, Ralph Carlo, is able to continue along with Tim Treadless. So 10 cars are still in it as we get set for our first attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Before we get to that, let's take a look at some of McQueen's friends. They came all the way from Radiator Springs to watch McQueen race and hopefully take the win. And along with them are his former racers, Kyle Weathers, Rick Yardley, and Bobby Swift. So that's nice. Charlie Checker dives down, and we're back to racing with 2 to go. McQueen still has the lead, and here's the white flag. And y'all better say good shout because McQueen does it! Lightning McQueen wins here at Montgomery Speedway. As you can see, his friends all cheering, and there he goes doing a burnout. Here comes Cruz to congratulate him. She finishes in second, Jack and Storm in third, Michael Roeder in fourth, Jack the Post in fifth, Ryan Inside Lightning in sixth, Tim Treadlers finishes in seventh, Rex Beveler in eighth, Ralph Carlo in ninth, and Fonchi Wipeout finishes out the top 10, and 11th through 16th were all out of contention after that huge crash with 3 laps to go. So those cars they're done. But wow, what a race this has been. A huge congratulations to Lightning McQueen on this win. And this was something I just thought about doing since I had nothing else to do. And again, a huge congratulations to Lightning McQueen. And for me, I'm Vic Carmen. Thanks for watching the Piston Cup here in RSN, and so long from Montgomery Speedway.